Army shocked. BTS Jungkook ignored? The Korean music world is excited because of this. The South Korean entertainment world was shaken again by hot rumors that made many BTS fans, Army, unable to sit still. Jungkook, the golden magne who is known as the global face of BTS, suddenly became a topic of conversation because of a shocking issue. He was said to be ignored by the Korean music industry itself. This issue emerged after several local media reported that Jungkook's name was almost not mentioned in several awards and domestic music coverage lately. Although his achievements in the international world are still amazing, many wonder, how is it possible that someone who brought the Korean name to the world stage, who performed on Billboard, penetrated the American charts, and became a global icon, instead received less attention in his own country? This question is flowing in Korean online forums to international social media. Some netizens even accuse the cold attitude of the local industry towards Jungkook, as if his success abroad made him considered too global and not Korean enough anymore. The trigger started from a big music award event in Seoul last month. While many new generation idol names are mentioned as the main nominees, the name Jungkook, who has just broken the international streaming record, is actually absent from the list. In fact, his solo songs such as Seven and Standing Next to You successfully penetrated various world charts and even won global awards. But on the stage of his own country, the silence felt striking, as if the Korean music industry no longer wants to raise its name too high. This suddenly caused a wave of reaction among fans. This is not about trophies or awards. This is about moral appreciation. Jungkook has given everything to bring Korea's name to the world, wrote one of the Army accounts on Twitter. Many feel that Jungkook is actually a victim of the Korean entertainment industry system that is too focused on momentary trends, instead of respecting dedication and long-term work. This issue got hotter when a Korean music journalist wrote a column titled, "Does Korea Still Consider Jungkook Hers?" In that article, the journalist said that there was an invisible tension between Jungkook's global success and the way the Korean music industry looked at him. Jungkook is considered too big, too free, too international, so that he is no longer easy to control. In a system that still relies heavily on large agencies and an internal nomination system, overseas popularity sometimes becomes a threat to old players in the local industry. However, behind all these highlights, Jungkook himself remains calm. He rarely responds to issues or controversies directly. In his last interview with foreign media, Jungkook only said softly, "I don't need applause from everyone. I just want to keep singing for those who listen to me with my heart." The sentence is simple, but for many fans, there is a hidden wound behind that calmness. For Army, Jungkook is not just an idol. He is a symbol of hard work, a young figure who since the age of 15 has borne a great burden to support his family, survive in the harsh entertainment world, and remain himself in the midst of the pressure of global popularity. So when they heard the news that Korea seemed to be starting to forget Jungkook, the disappointment surged. How is it possible that the country he is proud of in every interview, the country he represents on every world stage, instead seems to turn a blind eye? Wrote an international fan. Ironically, when the Korean industry looks cold, the world continues to welcome Jungkook with open arms. American and European media still call it the most influential K-pop soloist of the year. His songs are still playing on various global radio stations, and his music videos reach hundreds of millions of viewers. Even some international producers admit that Jungkook's voice has become a new standard in the Asian pop music world. Many observers associate this phenomenon with the change in the direction of the Korean entertainment industry. All this time, idols who are successful abroad usually maintain their image so that they do not exceed the boundaries of cultural nationalism carried by the industry. However, Jungkook seems to have crossed that limit. He became more than just a K-pop artist. He became a global icon that no longer depended on the old format of the Korean industry. And for some circles, it causes awkwardness. How to deal with an artist who has stood outside the system, but still carries a Korean name in every step. In some forums, Korean netizens themselves seem to be divided. Some feel proud and consider Jungkook as a global K-pop hero, But there are also those who accuse that his success abroad make him too Western. There is a cynical comment that says that Jungkook now looks more like a Hollywood artist than a Korean idol. But on the other hand, the fans confirm that that is precisely the proof of Jungkook's evolution. He did not lose his identity, he expanded it. Meanwhile, rumors are also circulating that HYB, the agency that oversees BTS, is now in a difficult position. Some reports said that there was internal tension in deciding how to promote Jungkook in Korea without causing jealousy from other artists under the label. Jungkook is a global asset, but at the same time, he is also a human who needs recognition from his own place of origin. Even a former Korean music industry staff said to the media, "This industry is difficult for people who shine too much alone. If it's too big, the system can't accommodate you." That's probably what Jungkook is going through. This sentence immediately went viral, and many judged that the statement described the real conditions behind the glittering K-pop world. However, in the midst of all these speculations and rumors, one thing remains certain. Jungkook's influence cannot be ignored. Although maybe the Korean music world seems to be moving away, the world is actually getting closer. Jungkook is still a figure who inspires millions of young people, not only because of his voice, but because of his steadfastness in facing a changing world. At the end of the day, Jungkook may not be the only Korean artist who is globally successful. He is a symbol of how a young man from Daegu can change the meaning of idol itself. He is no longer just a star raised by the industry, but a star that creates its own light, even when his own country seems to forget that the light comes from them. And maybe, one day, when the Korean music industry realizes the true value of hard work and sincerity, Jungkook's name will again be called not just as BTS's golden magne, but as a legend that has proven that being ignored does not mean being forgotten, because the love of the world is much louder than the silence of his own home. Speculation about a bannering Jungkook continues to heat up. Local media began to carefully bring up this topic, while international forums such as Reddit and X, Twitter, are actually full of debate. Many fans feel that what Jungkook is experiencing is just a reflection of a bigger problem: the K-pop industry's fear of artists who are becoming too independent, too successful, and too loved by the outside world. Jungkook is not just a star, he is a representation of the changing direction of Korean culture, from local to global, and it causes awkwardness for those who are used to old patterns. For some observers, what happened to Jungkook is not just a matter of appreciation or media spotlight. This is about identity. Korea has always been proud of their global success, but when one of its nation's children becomes a world icon, suddenly there are mixed feelings between pride and fear of losing control. Jungkook is now considered as belonging to the world, not only belonging to Korea. And here is the problem. When the line between cultural nationalism and globalization is blurred, who really owns a star?